I just left a memorial for my moms.
Turn this damn Don Lemon down. He'd be loud. Don, you're too loud, Don Lemon. Don Lemon's turned down. I want to give you guys a little background on Mama Hayden. Jane Ray Hayden was born Jane Ray McIntyre. Jane was a white woman and my third mother. Got to say goodbye to mom today. Like I tell you people constantly, I was extremely blessed. You have a young man born without a mother and father, raised by a grandmother, shuffled to an auntie, shuffled to a stepmother. During the whole time, he learns the origin story of his real mother. And the whole time of that, knowing who your real mother is. Ida Mae Marshall could not read or write. Ida Mae Marshall could count. She was the ultimate functioning illiterate. She was almost, should I say, autistic when it came to money. She knew how to do things with money that most people dream of. But one thing I learned from my grandmother when it comes to money was this. She'd send me down to the main office where you pay your rent once every 4 months. I wasn't really understanding what the fuck I was doing back in those days. Looking back at it, my grandmother would give me, I don't exactly know how much money it was, but she would pay 4 months rent or 6 months rent or 7 months rent at a time. I want you to look at what I'm saying or think about what I'm saying and put it in perspective. Your rent is $1,100 a month. She would pay 4 months at a time. Sometimes she paid 5 months rent at a time, a month after she paid rent. Understand what I'm saying? I remember one time people down at the office were saying, your grandmother has to come in because it's crooked. Grandma's got to come in because we can't give her receipts past 2 years. I understand that. My grandma was over 2 years paid in her rent, living month to month. My grandma was a remarkable, incredible woman who could not read or write, but count. Functioning illiterate, fully functioning, beyond what these people do today. But time took Ida Mae Marshall. When my grandmother died, the family was like, she's 82 years old. When they did the real research, my grandma was like 95 years old. They thought she was in her 80s. So I was shuffled off to another place. This time my caregiver was a 20-some-odd-year-old young black woman raised in the same line as the older woman. Still correct. Big Kim taught me about personal relationships, not being about myself. Big Kim gave me responsibilities. Big Kim had kids, and she had my auntie's kids with her. And Big Kim taught me about children. You're older than them. Why are you arguing with them? Why you let the kids get under your skin? And as an adult, you can't let children get under your skin. So, Mama Ida taught me stability, love, and compassion. I lost that along the way. Big Kim taught me loyalty, respect, and to do for others. Mama Jane. I'm a young black man. I've had two black women, strong black women in my life. Now this white woman. Who is this white woman trying to play mama? I learned from Mama Jane compassion. Mama Ida taught me compassion. Big Kim taught me love and respect and compassion. But what I learned from Jane was more, it's not about yourself. Some of the things that I learned from Big Kim, Jane carried those. But then on the other hand, Jane was like, if it can fit in your hand, why are you paying for it? So a complete different mentality is now approaching my mind. So where's this mentality coming from? Well, Jane is my stepmother. And my father was a great influence on her life and my stepbrother's lives. Jane never called me her stepson. This is my son, Alonzo, she said. And her mother, Mama Letty, used to come by my job, and I think she did it just to spook the other white customers. Oh, here to see my grandson. And I'm sitting at the table with these two old-ass ancient white people, and they're like, oh, yeah, loving me because they have a grandson with a job. In my life, to that point, I had nobody giving a fuck about whether I had a job or not. And these old-ass white people called me grandson, treated me like their grandson, and was proud of me because one of their black grandsons got a fucking job. It might be the new black grandson, but this motherfucker got a job. And these white people would come to my job so proud of their black grandson. That is something I had never seen from any black people in my entire life. So what about a man's mind? What did Mama Jane do? What did Jane and her part of the family do for me? My black family have been proud of me my entire life. But when I had white family, them being proud of me shined a little bit more. Because as a black person, you expect black people to, oh my God, he made it, or he's doing something positive, finally. But for white folks to encounter me and embrace me, even though their belief system was proven, yeah, I said it was proven. They needed to hope that one of us was not the same. When my stepmom, my mom, sorry, I mean to disrespect her like that. When my mom told me that grandma was proud of me, I'm like, I was still black, super nigga. Oh, these white people ain't proud of me. But deep down inside, maybe something was telling me not to let these white folks claim me. My white stepmom is trying to influence me. To be honest with you, I believe my stepmom was sort of upset with me because I got a job so quick and her half black kids didn't give a shit and was living off mom and high hog or whatever the fuck they felt like they was doing. But for the first time, they were proud of one of their black kids doing something. Because the other black kids were just being. They weren't doing. And when mom told me how proud she was that I was working, it wasn't because of her. It was because of grandma. Grandma was proud that one of her grandsons was not the stereotype. But see, some of us got it fucked up. These white people couldn't give me a fucking pint of blood. Why in the fuck are they showing me love when the Negro aspect of the same family wasn't giving a shit? It's because sometimes people see what's good in you when you can't even see it. When you're rushing to be that stereotype, people know that's not how you are. Why are you trying to be what's negative when we can't see any negativity in you? That's what I got from them. I got mad love. They didn't show it. Like, oh, our grandson Alonzo has a job. No. They treated me exactly like one of them. And then some of the not so, what's the word I want to use? Not so regulars of the situation. When they clapped in and tried to say something negative about me, those white people defended me. I go through life and I tell people about how the negativity I've felt and negativity I've dealt with white people. But you people don't understand the love I've gotten from white folks. My father died. It was a very traumatic time for me. I was on the precipice of life and death itself. I put myself on a teeter-tot of then or now, yes or no, go or stay. And I pushed my very own body to the limits of life itself. Sometimes we're in search of a better now because we feel as if now or tomorrow is not going to be good enough. We search for that adrenaline rush of respect and love. And we normally search in the wrong places. We want to find somebody to respect us for what we think we can do and push us up in a direction that we wish that we can push ourselves in. Sometimes you just need people to say some foul shit about you and let you figure it out. I can say a million positive things about my mom or one of my moms. Or I can tell you all the negative things about my moms. The morbidity of life places us in a situation to where we have to figure out what are we going to say. Are we going to shame people for the last possible time? Or are we going to try to explain their good and their bad sides? When I die, I want as many people who could stand up and say anything negative about me to stand up and say it. But as I live, I want everybody who can say anything positively about me to stand up and say it. Eventually, we grow to understand that what people believe in us does not only shape us, but gives us the ability to look at how people see us so we can reshape or shape ourselves. Thank you. And people, they fail to realize that everyone that touches you in life is an opportunity for you to learn something to better yourself. What I learned from Mama Jane, Mama Kim, and Mama Ida is this. Not every woman is the same. Not every person has the same feelings. But when it comes to women, they all want the same thing. They want to be respected, protected, not rejected, understanding, and love. You might hate your mother, but you need to understand her. You might love your mother and not even know who she is. Everyone that touches you in life touches you for a reason. Maybe it's to teach you. Maybe it's to learn from you. But to be given opportunities in life to learn and understand from other people. To love people for loving you. To respect people for who they are and not to like or dislike them for what they can or cannot do for you. My stepmother, my Mama Jane, did not have to do X, Y, or Z. She could have said, no, he can't stay here. We have too many people here already. But she did. Like every woman that's ever taken me in my life, from a child to a young man, to a grown man. From Mama Ida to Mama Jane to my own mother, Toni Mitchell. Toni Renee Mitchell. To Mama Ida. brought her family from the South to California. Big Kim, the young woman taking on the challenge of raising her sister's kids, taking care of her grandmother in sickness, and raising her own kids too. Mama Jane, the hippie free spirit, the love child, 1968, to Tony Renee Mitchell. 3 of my foremothers are gone. 1 remains. And if you're a man out there and you're watching this video, I want you to think about every woman in your life. What do you think about your sisters? Delinda, Latrice, Devonna, and all these other sisters I got, sister-in-laws, sister-in-laws that are no longer my sister-in-laws, our brother's babies, mamas and stuff. All these women touch you in a way that you learn. I'm a man. I can't make a child. I can only help. This world depends on people better than us. Pray. Respect your mother. Love somebody. Thank you for your time. Your mother bring you home?